This is Arthea Nixon with your Times-Georgian highlights of the week for January 7th, 2017. In briefs from the municipalities, Carrollton has laid to rest its controversial cemetery lot increase, voting to move it back to $300 after voting last month to raise it to $1,000. In Villarica, a proposal to raise the hotel-motel tax by 8% will be sent to the Carroll County's legislative delegation, and in Whitesburg, the city has approved its first liquor store. This week, Carroll County Board of Commissioners Chairman Marty Smith commended local agencies and departments for their preparedness ahead of the winter storm. While forecasters initially predicted 2 to 4 inches of snow, for the most part, it was a no-show in the county. He also applauded Emergency Management Agency Director Tim Paget, who held the first major briefing at the county's new state-of-the-art $5.7 million EMA center. Main Street representatives from Bowden, Carrollton, Villarica, and Douglasville came together to announce their reciprocal card program.
I'm Brandy Shirey with Bowden Main Street.
Scott Palestine with Carrollton Main Street.
April McCown with the City of Douglasville's Main Street program.
And Christopher Pike, City of Villarica Main Street.
What we have done is we have collaborated together to bring a West Georgia regional reciprocal discount card program to the area. We have been doing this in the past in each of our Main Street districts. We have a downtown and we have different businesses that offer discounts, and so we decided that it would be a win-win for everyone to offer those discounts in other cities, extend those discounts to those who have the cards in the other cities.
Also this week, Chamber of Commerce President and CEO Daniel Jackson took a moment to talk about the state of business in the area.
So we were excited going into the year. We had a really strong year last year with Chamber, with Carroll tomorrow, and the Bursum Center, and I like to talk about all three since that's our world, and we're responsible for that. And of course they're tied together, as is us to the rest of the community. So going into this year, we had the momentum of the culmination of 5 really good years with Carroll tomorrow and the completion of what was called Advantage Carroll. And we were in the process of wrapping up the fundraising. We had already done the new plan that was called Advantage Carroll 2020. So we were in the final stages of getting the investment commitments from the community in order to set us on a course for the next 5 years. So we were able to celebrate that, I think, in March, and so we had that momentum going. Things were looking good. So Advantage Carroll 2020 was in play, and we were able to wrap that up and celebrate that. On the Chamber side of the house, we had a really strong year. We felt good because of the participation. We try every year to make changes and add things or delete things or change things so that hopefully we're as relevant as possible for our membership. So we were really pleased with some changes that were made in 15, and particularly the participation with our major events. We had changed our business success seminars and some of those things. So we had good momentum going into the year. We had also applied for a grant through for the Bursum Center from actually at the encouragement of the feds, and we felt like we had a good case for that, but we hadn't had affirmation. So going into the year, there was the anticipation of wrapping up Advantage Carroll 2020. There was this anticipation and excitement about the possibility of the Tinker's Box, which would require the federal grant to give us the seed money to do that, in addition to the local money that was committed to go along with that as local share. And then we felt good about our chamber plan. So the year kicked off really strong. Our observation is, interestingly, in election years that involve the presidency, sometimes as we get closer to the election time, things can slow down sometimes, and that proved to be the case this year. And we kind of vet that with our colleagues around the state, with the economic development professionals, with the site consultants, with our colleagues who are doing what we do around the state, and everybody found that to be true. So initially we were really strong and robust and feeling quite good about the year, the activity for international interest, domestic, and probably the most important was existing business and industry who were talking expansion. So all of those things were in play.
In crime, Thornton William Denzel of Austell, Georgia, has been arrested in connection with the death of 25-year-old Jaleesa Lynette Cook, who was found dead of multiple stab wounds outside her home in Temple. In sports, our Corey Cusack highlights the 32-year career of Mount Zion High head coach Keith Holloway. You'll find all these stories and more on our website and on our print publication of the Times-Georgian, Carroll County's trusted information leader since 1871.